Sometimes you just gotta cry. Sometimes the only solution is just to cry and cry and cry. I just left a patient's house. She is younger than me, which is always hard in home health because it's hard to see people who are younger than you are having such terrible health problems. But this young lady has 2 children. Her oldest has very severe health problems, and she's a single mom. She's had a very hard life, and I know, because I've been doing this long enough, that she has just been in this position of pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing herself to the edge of her limits every day for who even knows how long. And she has been through so much, and it's that energy of, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to cry about this. I don't have time to be upset about this. I just have to deal with this. I just have to deal with it. I just have to deal with it. I just have to deal with it. Just keep going. You got to wake up. You got to keep going. You got to push. And she has pushed herself. And I am not, this is not about blaming. This is about what I have observed over 10 years of working in home health with people who are very sick. And many times with people who have been very, very sick for decades. And what I see all the time, especially with women, is that women who refuse to let themselves stop and feel the pain of their situation, and they just shove it down and keep going. They shove it down and keep going. They shove it down and keep going. That at some point, many, many times, that turns into autoimmune disease. And there are a lot of prominent physicians who speak about this. There is high correlation between women who live with chronic levels of stress and instances of autoimmune, onset of autoimmune disease. And I know that this girl, she's also got a young girl, a young daughter who's 4. And I know I've got to put on the brave face for my daughter. I've got to take care of my son. I've got to put on this brave face. I got to keep showing up. She is in so much pain. She is in so much pain from her head to her toes. And her heart is so heavy. And she started to cry, and I saw her try to choke it back, and I said, please just let those tears fall. Please, please just let yourself cry. Let yourself go there. And our entire therapy session was basically 30 straight minutes of her crying harder than I think she has let herself cry. And she kept saying, I'm sorry. And I kept saying, stop apologizing and just keep feeling it. Just feel it. Please let yourself feel what you have not let yourself feel in at least the last 15 years. Please just keep feeling it. And at one point she said, I'm in so much pain, and I don't think I could even explain to you how much pain I'm in. I said, you don't need to explain it to me. You need to feel it. You need to feel how angry you are about it, how hurt, how overwhelmed, how frustrated. You need to feel how unfair it feels. You need to scream at God, like, please just feel it. And there was just so much in her that needed to come out. And I don't know, I'm sure many of you have heard of that book, The Body Keeps the Score. That book, I'm telling you, as a professional healthcare worker, I am telling you, you have got to feel that shit. You have to feel it. You cannot just push and push and push and push and push yourself and think that good things are going to happen on the other end of that. Your body at some point will shut down on you. Your body at some point will say, if you're not going to stop, I'm going to stop you because I can't do this anymore. Your brain is going to shut you down for you. And if this is happening to you, or if you feel like it could happen to you, or if you are the person who stuffs it all down and will not feel it and will not take the time to cry out those tears and feel those feelings and yell and scream and punch a pillow when you're dealing with something that is just not fair, when you're hurting, please just let yourself. Please, it is the best thing you can do, because if you don't let yourself feel it, at some point your brain is going to stop you. It's going to stop you in your tracks. And then you're going to have nothing but all of that you're stuck with. Please feel it. Whatever it is that is screaming inside of you to be felt, please feel it. Please let yourself go there. Feel the anger, feel the frustration, feel the pain, feel the heartache, feel the loneliness, feel the heartbreak. Feel it, please. You're not going to die. I told her, I said, all those things that you feel like if you feel them, you're going to die, you're not going to die. You might give yourself one hell of a headache. You might give yourself one hell of a headache from all the tears, but you're not going to die from it. But if you don't feel this, your body is never going to give you your life back. You're not going to get your life back if you don't feel this. You've got to feel it. And you don't have to explain it to anybody. You don't have to put words to it. You don't need words. You need to feel. And if it means crying and crying and crying and crying like you feel like those tears are never going to stop, they will stop. It may take a long time. It depends on how much you've been stuffing down and how long you've been stuffing it. They will eventually stop. And you will feel a lightness and a peace that you probably didn't think was possible for you anymore. But I just need to say that for anybody and everybody who can possibly hear that today, please, 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 your body needs you to feel it. Your brain will shut your body down if you ignore it for long enough. Your brain can be louder than your willpower. I've seen it so many times. Please feel whatever you are not letting yourself feel. I love you.